First off, it's Charles J. That's just in case you ain't heard of me. They told me it was too late, but I promise that I'll be the first to speak. Most of these rappers, they fake, but you can't have your way. This ain't Burkhead. Everybody said it won't be till they see smoke, then they realize they'd rather have turkey than me.
What it do? It's 903 Boxing. I'm your host, Charles J. Say, man, if you haven't already, man, subscribe to the channel. And when you do, hit the bell icon. It will notify you when I drop more content, man. Because we back in the kitchen. It's early. The sauce is hot. And it's a whole lot of goddamn sauce in this pot, man. Let's get to the shit. Gervonta Tank Davis versus Issac Pitbull Cruz, the rematch. Just making a wild prediction. This ain't I didn't get it from no sources, none of that shit. I just believe that this rematch will happen in December. I think that will be Tank's next fight. And yeah, just like I believe Ryan versus Rolly will happen next. And it's a lot more shit I think gonna happen. But anyway, just saw an interview with Coach Kenny Ellis. Shout out to the Boxing Voice. That's where the interview was on. Very great interview. I ain't even listened to all of it, actually. But I've been listening to you, Kenny. And, you know, I wasn't as familiar with you as I am with Calvin Ford. But Kenny Ellis know his shit. Yeah, you know your shit. And I like your demeanor. You seem like a pretty serious brother. You seem like you really invest your time into this art and the craft of boxing. And you the one who do the film study and you help come up with the game plan and you study opponents. Also, he said he's studying Shakur and Devin, right? He been studying them lately, you know. And then he said some shit like, and them fights may never happen, but I'm still studying. I didn't like that, but gotta say this, definitely believe the rematch will happen. Coach Calvin wanted very badly. Coach Kenny seemed like he didn't really care, but he just kind of going along with it. I guess it's a big controversy because Tank didn't knock out Cruz. Some motherfuckers you just ain't gonna knock out. And also he had one hand. In the rematch, I got Tank by early stoppage. Cruz gonna run right into it. He gonna get hit with about 4 uppercuts back to back. And his chin gonna be wide open to receive them punches. Now Tank hurt his hand and he had to outbox him for the rest of the fight. And he did it pretty easily. Only casual fans think that fight was close. Real boxing fans, people who know boxing, that fight wasn't close at all. That fight was not close. Cruz had good moments. Just like when Madonna fought Floyd. Madonna had good moments, but the fight wasn't close. He had very good moments, but the fight wasn't close. A lot of times we listen to the fans and the announcers, and every time Cruz, and you fought him in LA. You know, that's why I say the shit y'all got Tank doing, it be weird to me. He's the star, but you fought a Mexican in LA in front of nothing but Mexican fans, and they was going crazy every time it looked like Cruz landed some shit. And most of them punches he was missing. If you just go back and look at it, most of them shots he was missing. Tank showed great defense, and at this point, I'm going to go so far as to say this. Shakur got the best defense in boxing. That's just hands down. Number 2, I would say Andre. I think Andre has the second best defense in boxing. I think Devin Haney got top 5 defense, but I'm going to go so far as to say this. When Tank want to be defensive, his defense is damn near as good as Devin. It ain't good as Shakur. Ain't nobody fucking with Shakur defense. But it's almost as good as Devin's. Like, they defense is almost on the same level when Tank want to be defensive. His defense is very good. That motherfucker his defense, I respect Tank's defense. And a lot of times he don't get credit. That motherfucker got good defense. And he got great head movement. And I just like when he duck up under and he just measuring his shots. And I just love how he set up his shots. But Tank got great defense. So he was missing a lot of them shots. Am I for this rematch? Hell no. Another thing that kind of pisses me off about, I just don't trust nobody in boxing at this point. Especially black folks. I don't trust you motherfuckers. You motherfuckers too passive for me. You know, they say if you scared to go to church, you motherfuckers need to go to church and hit them tambourines and all that shit and sing "Way in the Water" and sing some of them old slave songs and shit And maybe you motherfuckers will get a little courage to speak up about some shit. You know, Jesus spoke up about shit. But anyway, now, you motherfuckers, I just don't get it. Either they don't know, don't show, or just don't give a damn what go on with black fighters in boxing. You motherfuckers don't give a fuck about us. All I really know is they don't really care about us. You know what I'm saying? That's how I really feel. Black trainers, y'all don't think, y'all, you know, we the only ones who do it. You know, it's just so frustrating. Sometimes it's just hard to explain the shit. But listen, it's very simple. We critique everything else. But why is there no critique when it comes to Isaac Cruz? Why is there? Look what he's done since the Tank fight. He fought Gamboa. After Gamboa was just done, Gamboa was done before the fight. He got so much credit for knocking out Gamboa. The crowd went crazy when he knocked out Gamboa, as if he was fighting an elite fighter in his prime. Who did he fight after that? Some other fighter that he went 12 rounds with. He didn't get the knockout, but he didn't get criticized for not getting the knockout. So, who is he fought? He's ducked Shakur. He's ducking fighters, and he ain't fighting top-level competition. Why don't y'all bring that shit up? Coach Calvin, Coach Kenny, and Coach Kenny, like I said, I like you as a trainer. And another thing I got to point out, no matter whether I agree or disagree with you or not, bro, Tank got one of the best teams in boxing. Top 3. He got a top 3 team in boxing. I think Earl Spence got the best team, number 1 team with Derrick James and shit like that. Tank top 3 teams, and number 2 I go Devin Haney though. Cause one thing about Bill Haney done put him in there with what's my man, Mike McCallum, Yoel Judah, all these greats. So he's giving him opportunities to deal with. He's put him in there with Floyd Senior, Floyd Junior. So yeah, and he got his own promotion. So I would say Devin got the second best team in boxing, and third I would go with Tank. And if I was to go 4, I would go Shakur, because Jay Prince got him in a good situation. But Tank got the third best team. Coach Calvin know his shit. That motherfucker with them chains hanging from them goddamn glass, that motherfucker be studying. And them dark ass shade, he can see real good in them motherfuckers. And he be studying shit. And Coach Kenny he's very smart. And the way he break down shit, they just got great minds, bro. And then Floyd is done a great job with Tank career. Even though people try to act like he ain't with Floyd, he's still with Floyd, bro. But like I said, there's no criticism. Like when y'all fight Mexicans and shit, why don't y'all never criticize their resume and shit like that? Resumes never get criticized till you talk about Devin Haney. I don't know what it is about it. When it's a black fighter, you always, if they ask you about Frank Moore, you'll say, what has he done? But what is Cruz doing? What is Isaac Cruz doing? Do he look hungry? Have you called out Devin? Have you tried to go get undisputed? Have you tried to get any world title? Have you tried anything? All he been hoping for is for a Tank rematch. That motherfucker want another big payday. That's all he want. That motherfucker been waiting patiently. You know, so I think it's bullshit. Another thing I gotta point this out. Coach Kenny, you agree, and like I said, it's respect to his team because y'all do a great job with Tank. But if I disagree, I'm going to speak on it. And this is another thing I disagree with. You agree with Coach Calvin when you said that the Loma fight will be bigger with Tank than Devin Haney fight. Okay. Let's break that down. Loma been fighting over, 10 years now? Have he fought on pay-per-view? He ain't fought on pay-per-view until the Devin Haney fight. I think that says a lot. When they was calling him the Matrix and acting like he was the face of boxing and the number 1 pound-for-pound fighter, he wasn't fighting on pay-per-view, bro. And we've never heard about his numbers. So it's a lot of shit. So what I'm saying is, whenever the fighter ain't black, it's like y'all automatically give him credit. But you don't understand you discrediting yourself as a people. That's why I don't trust none of you motherfuckers. I just don't trust you. I just don't trust. I think all you motherfuckers for sale. I think for the right amount of money, 90% of you motherfuckers are... You'll take that ESPN job and you'll sit next to Tim Bradley, watermelon head, yellow meat watermelon head ass, and you'll lie with him and you'll coon and lick boots and shine shoes and do all that weird ass shit. And like I said, it ain't enough bananas in the world to feed a lot of you motherfuckers. So listen, the fight is bigger with Loma. Coach Kenny went in depth and he said, well, Loma got a country behind him. Yeah, he got the Ukrainians behind him. You know, I'm getting tired of hearing that. Why don't we say Devin is such a much huger star? Because he fought in front of 30,000 people with Kambosos. Okay, why don't you just say Kambosos is a bigger fight than Devin Haney and Shakur because he got Australia behind him? I mean, damn. What, Beterbiev is a bigger fight for Canelo than David Benavidez because Beterbiev got Russia behind him? Is we gonna go that far? Is we gonna say Canelo versus Beterbiev is bigger than Jamal Cholo? Is that what we gonna say that? It don't add up, bro. So what I'm saying is when you talk about people got countries behind them, America bigger than all that shit. America way bigger than Ukraine. America is way bigger than the UK. But you know what I never hear when it's a black fighter fighting and he going overseas or he fighting somebody else from Slovakia? You motherfuckers never say, well, Devin Haney, he's bringing the American fan base. He has the American fan base. He's bringing the black American fans so he brings a lot to the table. America is a huge country, and now the black fighter, they never say he bringing his country with him. You motherfuckers never say that shit. I just want to point that shit out. I never heard that shit. I never heard in the first Kambosos fight or the second Kambosos fight that Devin Haney is bringing the Americans with him. The American fans will ride with Devin. No, because we really ain't Americans. We ain't Americans until you motherfuckers say it. But when shit get real, we ain't Americans. Because if we was really Americans, Americans would be behind Devin Haney. The black American, we riding with them and they be booing Lomachenko and talking shit about it. But most Americans would be going for Loma in this fight. This is black and white. This ain't about country, because when it comes to the black fighter, it no longer matters about country. It matters about skin tone. So when you motherfuckers say this weird shit like because a motherfucker got a country behind him, it ain't bigger than America, bro. Those are little islands compared to America. So how many fans do Loma really bring? And if he was this huge in Ukraine, why he ain't fought over there his whole career? Why he ain't had a big fight over there? So I just look at how y'all give other credit. When a fighter ain't black, you look for credit to give him. When a fighter is black, you look for a way to shit on him. You look to say he don't sell. You look to say he don't got a name. You even said some shit like Devin Haney, like, I mean, we filling out 20,000, 15,000 seats, and you ain't doing nothing but 4,000 to 5,000. Devin Haney fought in front of 30,000 people twice. And he sold out the MGM Grand with JoJo Diaz. It was over 8,000, 9,000 people in there. So what I'm saying, we just don't see numbers when it's another black fighter. That's all. So I just don't know. At this point, I'm gonna say this. I don't think Tank Duck and Devin are Shakur. Nope. And I'm seeing all the shit he hears from his coach. He's been molded into thinking a certain way and to believing a certain way. That's why he speak the same way Coach Calvin them speak. So listen, y'all can go for this Isaac Cruz rematch or all you want, and you can get excited about it. Like, this gonna be a hell of a fight, but in my opinion, it won't be. They got the blueprint to beating Cruz. They've already beat him easily before. Nah, it won't be competitive at all. But yeah, all this country shit, all this a motherfucker from another country that mean they huge and they name is huge and shit like that. That shit is cap. So, you know, this been a bittersweet year in boxing. It's been a very bittersweet year. I just see a lot of fake shit, and a lot of fake shit is acceptable. At this point, like I said, I just think most of you motherfuckers are for sale right now. I think you motherfuckers just need to walk around with price tags on you. Yeah, you just need to walk around with price tag, because at this point, we'll take anything, we'll accept anything, and at the end of the day, the black fighter gets shitted on every time. The way you motherfuckers demanded Ryan versus Tank, I ain't never seen boxing fans or y'all ain't never demanded the Devin versus Tank fight. And then you try to act like it's Devin Shakur now, but you ain't even demanding that fight. You use that fight as to say, no, Devin don't need to fight Tank. He got to fight Shakur because Shakur calling him out now. What I'm saying is you motherfuckers get behind whatever fight you choose to get behind. So, and they go for Tank fans. They go for a lot of boxing fans. When it comes to against Devin, you motherfuckers always trying to discredit. He's clout chasing. Devin is clout. Y'all been saying he clout chasing for years. Even when he get the belts, he's still clout chasing. But Ryan wasn't clout chasing. Isaac Cruz ain't clout chasing. These dudes ain't clout chasing though. So that's the fakeness of boxing, and that's why this may be my last video for the day. I'll get with you motherfuckers tomorrow. This is 903 Boxing. I am your host, Charles J. With that, I'm out.